all right. Another beautiful day and happy Thursday. This is like August 31st. This is the last day of August. I think, yeah, no 32s. So that means September, and then you business owners, Q4, right? Man, I know I'm not the only one that wakes up every morning and say, where is the time going? Wow, time is just flying by at 100 miles an hour or more. And every day I'm thinking, man, I'm going to get all these things done. I get a plan. I go out there and I look back and time is still moving. And I'd like to say that I've accomplished a lot that day, but oftentimes it's not, right? So welcome to a short session with Conversations with Jeff. And I want to thank everybody that's been following us and supporting us. And those of you that are new that are hearing this for the first time, welcome to the community. We ask that you stop in, subscribe, tell us who you are, where you're from, and how we may be able to help you. All right. So listen. Let me just get to what I'm here for. Please do me a favor. I know you may have already done this, but go back and do it again, or stay with me while I read it to you. Right. I put it in the description of this message. It's about my experience, right? And I'll get to that. But yeah, I said in there, your mind is a garden, and your thoughts are the seeds, right? Mind and your thoughts are the seeds. Will you grow flowers? And I've been talking about this for a month now, or will you grow weeds? And why this thing just keeps showing up and why I'm just standing on top of it is it kind of goes back to, many of you may know, or those of you don't, I was in the hospital. Oh man, time, like I said, it's flying by. I think it's 6 weeks now, maybe. And had surgery on the 11th of, what's the last month? Yeah, 11th. And so now here we are, and I'm standing here, and so I'm back again, right? I was in there, was released, had some problems, had to go back just to keep the story moving. And this time they put a tube in me, and so but I still have to get up and move around. And so my wife and I are strolling through, and we walk into the bookstore, right? And because I'm still gonna get out and see people and say hi. Ooh, yeah, a scary guy with a big long tube, right? And so I saw this book, Your Mind is a Garden, Your Thoughts Are the Seeds. Will you grow flowers? Will you grow flowers? Or will you grow weeds? And I got to tell you, the experience was, hey, yeah, Jeff. This is Jeff talking to Jeff now, right? How you doing, big fella? How is it now? How do you like life now? Right? Hey, mister, get up and go and do whatever you want to do and all these things. How do you like life now, right? Are you happy to be here like you talk about? Are you seeking to serve other people like you talk about? Or are you stuck in oh poor me, oh pity me, right? And I gotta tell you, I was like, man, a little grumpy because I'm back in the hospital again. I'm a little agitated because what's happened may or may not should have happened. I don't know yet. Right. And then I'm just kind of like, man, I'm still hurting. I just had surgery. Right. And I got to tell you, I, as this conversation was going on, I'm talking to myself about myself, and I'm listening to this person call me out. Hey, me calling myself out. Hey, Mr. Transformation Speaker. Hey, Mr. Legacy Speaker. Hey, where are you now? And, I paused for a minute and I had a smile on my face. Because here's why. I know my life experiences have always shown me, just like yours have too, that if you can stand in the pressure, if you can step into the pressure, you can continue to step in no matter how the pressure is, right? And you get to the other side, and it was all worth it. And I know that this is part of my journey here, right? And I have a choice. And no matter how bad I'm feeling, no matter who did right or wrong, no matter whatever the situation is, I still have a choice. We still have a choice, right? And I got a smile on my face because I have this weird way of thinking. And I said, okay, I got it. Universe and God, both of you guys are out there laughing at me. I surrender, right? I'm grateful. I use the word grateful. Gratitude is such a beautiful word, right? I mean, it brings so much joy to us, and it can change things in an instant. What do you mean, Jeff? I mean, do it. If you're having a bad day, next time you have a bad day, if you're having a bad day now and you're listening to this, I challenge you. Grab pen, paper, and write down 10 things you're grateful for. And you may think, oh, I don't really have 10 things that I'm grateful for. But I'll tell you this, once you start writing, you'll be at 10 and then you may find yourself at 25, right? I mean, I'm speaking from my own experience. And that's what happened to me at that moment. People probably thought I was crazy. This goofy guy with tubes hanging out there and I shouldn't have been in the bookstore, but I'm there and I'm smiling. I got a smile on my face, you know, and I realize once again, the things that we talk about in Conversations with Jeff, you know, the impact that we can have by being aware of our thinking, right? Hitting the pause button, and then taking a deep breath and allowing God or the universe, whatever it is that you believe in, to move inside of you so you can move it to the next level, man. Right? And so I want to say, hey, thank you everybody for taking the time to hang out with me today. Let me know where you're coming from in the chats and the comments. And let me just keep it moving, right, man? Because why I keep coming back to that. Because my journey, you'll find out with me, right? I'm one of those guys that, you know, I believe in energy and I believe in, you know, there's things that just don't happen. You meet people and you meet them for a reason and there's gifts and all that stuff, right? And so this is one of them. And so I keep talking to you about the gifts in the pause, right? How's your life in the pause? This is pausing for me. Where I'm staying at right now with you, I am still in the pause of recovery. I am still in the pause of my life around health. I'm still in the pause in my life around what am I going to do next in my business career. I'm going to pause about what my family will look like later on, right? I mean, because it's all these things are moving. And, you know, my first reaction years ago before I learned the value of this was I got it, you know, it was okay, take it easy, get better first, right? Get better first, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and then financially, right? So I'm doing that now, and I come to you today, and you know, I'm gonna talk to you a little bit about some next things I'm looking at doing, right? And so, woo, guys, I gotta tell you this, that you know, the gifts in the pause. When I say pause, you know, you have a setback, you get knocked down, you're getting up, and your life stops, right? For those of you who wonder what does it mean by pause, that's what I'm talking about. Your life stops for a minute, and now you got to reset. It's a setback, stepping into a comeback, right? And so, what is it about those things that happen? I got to tell you something else. When I was there, right? You know, it was. I don't watch a lot of TV. I don't do a lot of that stuff. But there was this message, and it talked about your life begins at this, not what someone else's life has done. You know, it showed all the different things that people had done at different ages in their lives. But the message to me that day was your life begins at your time. And you know, and it was kind of like, all right, I get that. Because my life is in a transition right now. There are some new things that I'm stepping into right now in my life. And I got to tell you, you know, I'm a little nervous about it, a lot nervous sometimes, but I'm more confident than I am nervous. Because I know one thing is for sure. If I keep showing up and keep listening to that voice that I'm hearing, I'm going to be okay, right? I'm going to be okay. So, you know, when I say those things, hey, Lori, Steph, how you doing? I see you, Wisconsin, and hit the reset. That's right, Steph. So anyway, thank you folks for showing up. Let me get back to one here because I don't want to keep you long. I hope that this is making some sense. You know, I did do some level of note taking just to kind of stay on track, but I really want to kind of hone in on the first thing I talked about at the very beginning. Your mind is a garden. Your thoughts are the seeds. Will you grow flowers or will you grow weeds? So I challenge you all day long today as you're facing different things. We're constantly, thanks, Lord, we're constantly dropping things here. It's a nonstop thing, right? I mean, you can go around the corner. I've probably talked to 15 people today already, and everybody had a different story, right? And one was, man, couldn't wait for the day to be over. Another one was moving from Indiana actually to Texas and worried about the weather. Another one did this and all those things, right? And I smile at them, I chat with them, and my goal is to leave them feeling better than they were when they met me, right? And that happened. So I say that to you, to say to you, please, please, please try this out. Make this a practice. Be aware of what's happening in your brain. Be aware of the thoughts that you're dropping in that session. And then stop, pause, and play something different. And I was thinking, man, we talk a lot about resiliency. And by the way, for those of you that may or may not know me, my name is Jeff Tyson. And I'm known as the comeback king, right? And I got that name because those of you that know me throughout my life know that there's always been some adversities that's really crazy and people thought I would never achieve those things. From a little boy to corporate America, to leaving corporate America, being an entrepreneur, husband, father, all that stuff, right? And so, I step into that peace of mind. And what I've done recently is built a real estate investing business, generating millions of dollars a year in revenue and helping other investors do the same thing, right? And so when people know me as Mr. Resilience, man, when I get a hold of something, I'm like a pit bull, baby. I'm not going to let it go until it gets done what we need to get done, right? And so what I'm up to now is taking this platform, Conversations to Jeff, and speaking, bringing guests in that are speaking, sharing the power, right? Sharing the power of being aware of this, what to do about it, and tie all these together. These meaning your body, your energy, your soul, and your conversation you're having in this head, right? And begin to change your life, man. All right, so anyway, and so my mission, as I just shared with you, is that, and when I'm not working, I hang out with our grandkids as often as we can, and listen, my 13-year-old granddaughter, having a conversation with her, woohoo, man, if you have one, you know what I mean, right? So I really encourage you to make sure that you get on our schedule, go back and check out some of the recordings of Conversations with Jeff. There's a variety of different guests that come in, but our experience and their message is very similar in each, no matter if it's a professional football player, or an ex-Olympian, or a mom trying to raise her kids, or someone starting their business. I mean, we cover the gamut. In community, health, and wealth, the message is there for somebody. And I challenge you to go back and listen to some of those sessions, right? So as I kind of close this thing up, because I'm not going to be here very long, I think maybe another couple of minutes. You can bear with me for a couple of minutes. I would like to ask you to make sure you share this, subscribe to it, become part of the community, Stronger Together, Facebook page, Stronger Together. I'll get that in the chat so that you can find that. And ask yourself, I had something. Let me see if I brought it with me or not. If not, we'll talk about it next week. I don't have it. But it's around the power of discipline. It's around how important discipline is. It's around how, that's one of them, persistency is key, and then discipline, baby, right? I mean, I'll be the first to admit that there are certain things around discipline that I need to get better at, particularly if it's something that I don't like or, that's necessary and I need to have it done, and I'm the only one who can do it at the time. Because listen, I believe in finding other people to do the things that you're not good at. I'm not one of those people that say, hey, get good at your weaknesses. Find your weaknesses, collaborate. Collaboration is a new currency today, ladies and gentlemen. Information is a new currency today, ladies and gentlemen. So anyway, we get back to what I was talking about. Well, I love to be able to stay here and talk to you about the power of life and the gifts that we all have. And I want you to know, thanks, Lord, that I really appreciate you stopping in today and listening to the recording and subscribing to this. And just know that, my journey in terms of recovery with my health, I'm getting better, right? And, I've had some struggles the last week or so, and probably my fault because I got a little maybe aggressive early. But I go to the doctor next week to kind of get another blood test taken. But so far, no cancer, baby. Everything looks good so far. Yes, Lord, go out and grow that garden, my friend. And share this message while you're doing that. And remember this. man, just think how life will be when you finally step out from behind whatever it is that's holding you back. When you finally step out from whatever it is that's holding you back and you begin to take that step. And then guess what? What happens when your life's holding you back and you're taking that step and you made it. So the next day you take another step. And the next day you take another step. So your conversations with yourself go from I can't to I can. The conversation with yourself goes from I think to my must. The conversation you're having, fundamental conversation you have with yourself is maybe. Is I will, right? And there's nothing, I love to say this because that's how it's been for my life. There's nothing to stop you from achieving your greatness. Do not be denied, right? Figure out whatever that is that you need to tell yourself and remind yourself. I told you about the conversation I had in the bookstore with myself. Woo! If you missed it, go back and check it out. That was a real conversation, man. You know, I mean, I had one 2 days ago in the gym, and I'm really going to get out of here because I didn't want to go, and I need to go because, you know, I got to get better, man. I have to get my strength back in my legs, right? I mean, I've got grandkids that I need to chase. I love to chase, to swim with, to climb, to hike, to explore the world. I got a wife that I need to chase. Hey, watch out. So anyhow, I'm really going now. Listen, thank you everybody for checking this message out today. Zori, Steph, and those of you that are here to replay. And there's no better time than now to change your thinking. Begin to live a new life, the life you're here to live. Share the message you're meant to share and help the people that you're meant to help. So subscribe, share this message, join the community, Strongly Together. It's Facebook page. I encourage you to do that. I'll put it in the chat, Strongly Together. We got some really cool things we're going to be doing going into the fourth quarter. And lastly, have a fantastic day and keep coming back. We'll see you on the next episode of Conversations with John. Take care. Bye-bye.